top line, you see there, their top line was 1.1. Right. Gross profit, because they don't have many cost of goods sold, because the services, there really isn't much cost of goods sold, right? So you have your gross profit, when they say gross profit, that really just means your top line revenue. Right? And here are all their expenses, we can get into that. And then...
So what is the top line revenue?
1.15.
1.5. This is only for the first 5 months. This is only for January through May.
Oh.
Sorry, you saw that.
So
how many practitioners in this group?
It's actually, they're all social workers, caseworkers. There's only they have one doctor on staff who works, I think, 10 hours a week for medication management.
But total, how many people are pulling in that 1.1 over?
I think it's 40 employees. About 40 employees total. Yeah. It's large. It's a 14,000 square foot facility. So you get the idea. So
and these are the last numbers which
the last numbers, bottom line. Yeah, these are the last ones I had. That was from January through May. Right here, of 108,000. That's their net income. That's only for the first 5 months, though. Right. So I was going to get you another one. So what they did is they were complete fucking idiots.
So what? If that was their net income, what was their gross income?
Their gross income there was 1.1.
Okay. And then what's their
EBITDA?
Yeah.
Their annual EBITDA, what they're claiming was just under. I'm going to try to pull it up here because these are arranged a little bit differently, but I can find them. They're claiming, I think it was 960, just under $1 million. Is their claim for trailing 12 months was just under $1 million.
So it's not. You can't compare that to the 5 months that they give you.
Correct, right? But I do have I have their other information.
So based on the trailing 12 months,
so we're only missing 700. Sorry, the 700,000 euro. Where are they?
Right, they have that. So I could go right to the due diligence. Do you want me to just go into that?
No.
Right.
Okay.
Other question: the 700,000 or the million per year. Have you verified this EBITDA? Is it correct or is it wrong?
It's wrong because we had due diligence.
So how much is it?
Well, we will get right to it.
300,000.
It was just under 300.
259.
It was 200 and actually I pull it up if you want to get right to it.
260.
Here's the $70,000 or the $62,000 due diligence report from BDO. So when you guys,
God damn it.
Yeah, dude. Okay, here's all the thing I went through. Okay, so let's get right down to it. Okay, these are their numbers. Hold on. Project payroll expenses, contractual services, bad debt expenses, right? Where they adjusted. Hold on. Where'd it go? Okay, that's not it. Hold on. This is not the whole thing. There's a slide due diligence background. Okay. I think I have the PDF. Hold on. I have the one from...
No matter. It doesn't.
But basically, bottom line comes down to...
260 or 300. Let's say 300.
Call it 300.
Okay.
Let's call it 300,000. It's just under $1 million. Let's call it 300,000. It's actually a little under.
Have you figured out the expenses? Can you save money somewhere?
Right now, from what we can tell...
Do they have a jet? Or houses? Or I don't know what.
Right. So it turns out what a significant factor they found here, and I have it in the report, actually, because I try to block out of my fucking mind, is... Out of the report, what they came up with was there was a significant amount that they were counting as revenue. That was part of their accounts receivable that they're calling revenue. It was actually bad debt. Well, yeah, they their accounts receivable.
On what basis were they counting revenue? What rationale? I mean, what's the...
They thought that they would be able to collect it, but they haven't been able to collect it it's usually like for 60 to 90 days. And usually we hit about 90 days.
Because of insurance billing and all that.
It's Medicaid. They work through Medicaid HMO. Right, so they work through Medicaid HMOs right through the state, and they just swapped out HMOs. Like a different state HMO won the contract, right, and they swapped them out here.
So the broker that put this document together,
the initial teaser, right?
Okay, then knew that 60% of what they counted as revenue was bad debt.
I don't think that she actually knew.
Well, I mean, if it's out 90 days, I mean, it's
right. Well, the thing is they had a shitty outside accountant, and I already knew, like, I already decided, like, it was such a difficult time getting anything out of that accountant. I mean, I already knew in my head, but the first thing I would do post sale was fire that damn accountant. Like, they'd be done.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. So, but when did we find out that roughly 60% could be considered bad debt? And what,
in the due diligence, like basically.
Okay, but I mean, in day one, I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to be rocket scientist.
When that
you just go to accounts receivable and look how old they are, and I mean, you figure it out. Even Doc Robinson could figure this out.
Right, absolutely. I'd have to find that. Right, it's actually not here, but I have it elsewhere. I have it here. I don't think it's in there, but the AR aging they call it. Yeah,
correct.
The AR aging is. I'd have to find out when that actually started, but I could find that out for you pretty quick.
Okay, now we have a teaching point here.
Yeah.
When you're in these kind of deals, one of the first things you look for, a professional number cruncher like June, what are the accounts receivable and how old are they?
Right.
I mean, all the rest is bullshit.
Yep.
Okay. And then the second question is, I would ask is, how much of this are you counting towards revenue? Mm-hmm. And if they say all of it, well,
you got a problem.
You got a problem, or, you know.
Absolutely.
And the truth of the matter is BDO could have done that as well. I mean, these guys, they've got some junior number cruncher, because, I mean, the engagement partner's not doing this crap, or even the senior manager's not doing this crap. Probably the manager's not doing this crap. It's some little nerd that's just out of school 3 days.
They brought along I remember the guy that they brought, the new associate, kind of like a training wheels for him. The partner did go along with him, that was mostly to monitor the associate, you're right. It's actually, I have the same engagement partner as Alec.
What are receivables?
Receivables are the money that people owe them.
Yeah,
Okay.
There are not many receivables in a whorehouse.
Yeah.
You pay on.
You don't have this problem.
You pay what you get, right?
But each other company has this problem to get the money. What's the factor what you would pay on the cash flow or whatever you call it, EBITDA?
So we were looking 3 to 5, and that's why I said 3 to 5 times EBITDA, subject to due diligence financing, right? You've heard that before, right? And so initially they were asking, they came back and they said they wanted a 4.2, which is achievable for us if those numbers had held up. That would have been about.
They don't.
But they don't.
So you can pay 3.2 max, including the real estate.
Including the real estate. Max.
Okay. Now, are these the ones that we submitted the LOI or signed the LOI?
No, this is the one that this is.
They didn't. You never heard from.
The one that this is the one from September in Jacksonville. That's what we're looking at.
Okay.
The next one.
Okay, and then when you said that it's not worth this, and then they wanted to explain to the BDO auditor.
Right, and BDO told them, they said, look, if you think we're wrong, you can come to us and show us, and we'd be happy to change it. They didn't want to. For some reason, they didn't want to do that. So, it's just too much hassle. This is...
So it's still for sale at an inflated price.
I actually just saw it. I still scan broker sites. It's still up there.
Did you make an offer?
I said I didn't make a formal offer because right now every bank I was talking to is 3 max. We couldn't even get to that. We were probably, they're saying...
No, just make an offer 2.7 million. If you have checked, you have already checked in it. What?
No, we have not.
You made the due diligence, huh?
We did the due diligence, and that came back saying it made 278.
And did you figure out a red flag?
We thought that was a red flag because of because their accounting, their bookkeeping was so absolutely terrible. It was absolutely terrible bookkeeping and their accounting. We're looking at them and thinking.
And did your accountant fix the issue or not? So went they through the numbers or not?
What's that?
Through the numbers.
They went through the numbers. BDO for the due diligence goes through the numbers.
But did they fix it? The numbers?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one. They say to you the EBITDA is 960,000, but you found out it's only 300,000.
Less than 300.
So they lied to you.
260.
Yes. Thank you. Now I'm going to get to that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get to it now. Since he said the obvious. Okay.
Sorry, Dan. I'm not sure we have the right cases. We've got Alec, Jasher, Nicholas Lee, and Anelli. So maybe we should be switching the group in the business hub.
The partner at BDO that we work with, he said, I don't think that they were trying to lie to us. I think that they're stupid. They don't think they were trying to deceive us.
It's the same outsource.
Okay.
Correct. Right. I talked to several banks and maybe I could finance $2 million, maybe. When the real estate was already, and they were really saying more like 1.3 to 1.4.
How much is the real estate worth over?
1.9. Okay. Less than. So I mean,
in the banks that they're going to give you 1.3.
That's about most of the banks I talked to 5 or 6 different banks, and they heard that. And they're like,
Okay. Now the teaching point about the line. I don't need validation about business brokers.
No.
Whether the business broker knew, they should have known. Okay.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And let's say that she's smarter than she looks. They're not normally.
She's not.
But that means that's why these documents 9 times out of 10 are fraudulent when they come from business broker.
Right.
Okay. This is why I don't like to use them.
Right.
But one of the things we used to do is make the business broker sign an affidavit that these numbers are true and accurate. And you will see 50% of them won't sign.
Right.
The 50% that will sign change the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So what the real numbers are. So you don't have to spend BDO's money down there. But our crack CFO,
Should have seen
our
it.
crack should have known this.
He did have questions. He was like, I don't know about this, and this. But then again, BDO came back and they said, yeah, these numbers look healthy, looks good. We have some questions. But then, of course,
No
you're right. They go
no
down.
pressure on you, but even you should have seen it and save 60K. But as far as I've heard, it's your first deal.
That is the first deal I looked at, yes. Well, not his first deal, but the first real
Of course,
target.
Marcus was very smart, his first deal.
Of course he was.
Of course not.
Right.
So 60K is
How do you find out?
Small price tag. Actually, I don't have the one project they have here. This is the slides. I did the full report is in a PDF, and I don't actually. That's not in this thumb drive. I have it in here. I can pull it up on my computer. But it's where they came out here and they just said, and actually, even their language, BDO used the language they use. It's like they're trying to sugarcoat it. They're like, oh, management failed to do this. Management did not realize this. Management did not know. When you read their narrative.
Yeah, but you're still 60 out 60 grand.
100%.
Don't make a shit.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
that's the shit. Even though if you would have bought it, this 60K is cheap. A cheap mistake.
No, yeah, it is a cheap mistake.
I'd rather be out 60K than several million down the road.
And I don't understand how you can find out they lie to you.
Well, no. The only way you can find out that they lied to you is that the fact that they're using wrong numbers as part of their revenue. Mm-hmm. It's like telling the girls did $100,000 in a month fucking people, right? Okay. Yes. But they didn't use. They used the revenue from the slot machines that they had there as part of the revenue. It's not because the girls were on their back. Okay. So they used the bar, the slot machines as revenue for the girls. Okay. And you don't know that if they mix if they mix numbers together. You don't know until you actually go in and count. How often are the girls are working? How much money's coming in from the bar? How much money's coming in from the slot machines?
But if the seller is very smart, he can pay more taxes for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, but most of the guys don't want to pay for more taxes for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, I have the full one, the actual report here, and it says reported EBITDA was 639, 468, and 542,000 for fiscal years 16, 17, and the trailing 12 months up to June of 18, right? And so and then they adjusted it and said, no, it's more like 388, 291, and 278, right? So, I mean, this is way less than they had said.
In 2016, 2017.
In 2016, yeah.
Well, the 270 was the partial of the...
Right. The trailing 12 months. And then here, it says here, like, we identified several liabilities that the buyer should be aware of. You see in here where it says...
okay.
And you get the idea.
Go on to the next one. You guys are on the right track.